Imagine marrying someone who promises love, loyalty, and a future together, only to discover that marriage was actually the beginning of a slow and quiet death. In Iran, investigators uncovered a case so disturbing that many people could hardly believe it. A woman had been marrying men for years, not for love, not even for companionship, but for something far darker. One husband died, then another, and another. For more than 20 years, the deaths continued, and no one suspected the same person could be behind all of them. By the time the truth came out, investigators believe she may have killed more than 20 men, and the most shocking part, many of these men trusted her completely. The woman at the center of this case is Kotham Akbar, a woman from the city of Sari. On the surface, she appeared like an ordinary widow looking for companionship, but behind that image was a chilling pattern. Over the course of 2 decades, she married at least 19 times. At first glance, it might seem unusual, but not suspicious. After all, in many places, widows and widowers remarry later in life. But what investigators eventually discovered was something far darker. Many of these men she married did not stay alive for very long. One by one, her husbands became dying under what looked like natural causes. And because most of them were elderly and already had health problems, no one questioned the deaths at first. Honestly, this is what makes the story so unsettling. The crimes hid behind something that looked completely normal. Akbari's plan was disturbingly calculated. According to investigators, she carefully searched for wealthy, elderly, and lonely people who were looking for a partner later in life. Before marrying them, she would learn about their financial situation and make sure the marriage agreement included a large dowry or inheritance benefits. Once the marriage was secured, the next step was far more sinister. Instead of violent attacks, she used something far quieter: poisoning. She would poison their own medication by secretly increasing or mixing doses of medicine. The deaths often appeared to be caused by illness or old age, and in a chilling twist, she would sometimes take the men to the hospitals beforehand, creating a medical record that suggested their health was already declining. When you think about it, the level of planning shows this wasn't impulsive, it was medical. Psychologists often say that some financial motivated killers see victims less as people and more as opportunities. And looking at this case, that explanation feels disturbingly accurate. What makes the story even more shocking is how long the killings continued. For more than 20 years, the pattern went unnoticed. After each death, Akbaris allegedly transferred money, property, or dowry payments into accounts connected to her daughter, helping avoid suspicion. Then she would move to another town and start the process again with a new husband. But eventually, something changed. In 2023, the son of her latest husband, Ghalam Raza, became suspicious about the sudden death of his father. When he started asking questions, he connected with relatives of another man who had previously survived a suspected poisoning attempt. That connection triggered a police investigation, and once authorities began examining Akbari's long history of marriages and deaths, the pattern finally became impossible to ignore. When police arrested Akbari in 2023, investigators say she eventually confessed to killing 13 to 15 husbands, though authorities believe the real number could be even higher. Some reports suggest she may have been responsible for more than 20 deaths over the years. In 2025, a court found her guilty and sentenced her to 10 death penalties for the murderers. Now, personally, what makes this case so disturbing to me isn't just the number of victims, it's the way trust was used as the weapon. Marriage is supposed to represent safety and partnership, but in this case, it becomes the exact opposite. And it leaves a chilling question behind: how many other people might still be alive today if someone had noticed the pattern sooner? Now, if you enjoy weak cases that reveal the darker side of human behavior, subscribe to the Unseen Case Journal for more true crime stories from around the world. And tell me in the comments, do you think financial greed alone can explain crimes like this? Or do you believe something deeper was driving her